Seven ways on how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Time to be honest. Are you struggling to make ends meet? Do you find yourself counting down the days until your next paycheck deposits into your account? Don't worry, you're not the only one. Almost 8 of 10 workers in the US live paycheck to paycheck. On top of that, 69% of people don't even have $1,000 in savings. It's the new normal in our society, but it doesn't have to be. You can break this vicious cycle for yourself and live a life of financial freedom. Here's how to do it. Number 1, pretend that you earn less than you actually do. You may think that the solution to this problem is earn more money. While more income is undoubtedly helpful, it's not the end-all be-all that will cure your cash flow blues. To extend the life cycle of your paycheck, simply imagine that you don't earn that much money. Let's break it down further. Earning more money is not going to immediately fix your paycheck problems because you are just going to spend more money as you earn more. This concept is known as lifestyle inflation. A bump in your paycheck makes you relax your purse strings, sometimes a little too much, and you start to spend even more than you did before your raise. Even without a raise or increase in income, it's easy to spend what money you do have. You have to change this way of thinking and be intentional with your spending. Commit to making cuts and living on less than what you earn. This will create a budget surplus and will leave you with some extra cash at the end of each month. Once you see that leftover money in your account, you'll already start to feel freer. Ending the month with more than $4 in your account is a wonderful feeling. I know from experience. As an added challenge, stick to the same standard of living even if you get a raise. No matter how big that raise is, stick to your commitment to living below your means. Number 2, learn to make and stick to a budget. Now that you have developed the discipline to make changes in your lifestyle, it's time to make a budget that you can stick to. Following a budget is the most crucial step that you can take on your journey to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle. It keeps you honest with your income and keeps you from blowing all of your cash in crazy fits of spending. Making the budget is the easy part, believe it or not. Anyone with a pen and paper can write out a budget for themselves, but it takes a lot of willpower to stick to one. Those two concepts are entirely different things. How do you know if your budget is effective? You should be tracking your spending and cutting it off when you run out of your allotted spending money. Easy, right? To be more specific, an effective budget accounts for all of your expenses, so you aren't blindsided when it's time to pay taxes, insurance, or car registration. It also helps you to prepare for fluctuating bills, like added utility costs in the extreme winter or summer months. Here's how to build your budget from scratch. Write down your monthly income, whether that's one steady income or multiple streams of cash flow. You can use an Excel spreadsheet to do this, or you can find a handy-dandy app like EveryDollar, Mint, or Good Budget. After you've got your monthly total, list out every expense you have in a given month. Think of rent or mortgage payments, food and groceries, cell phone bill, internet, anything and everything. Then subtract all of these planned expenses from your monthly income total. Okay, how are we doing? Do you see a negative balance after subtracting your monthly costs from your income? It's time to make some cuts to your expenses. Do you have some leftover? Great! You're going to use that extra cash to build some savings, pay down your debt, and prepare for the future. Pretend that extra cash isn't even there, so you aren't tempted to spend it anywhere. Number 3, build an emergency fund. Your budget has been made and you're starting to follow it. That's awesome. The next step is to build an emergency fund in case of a rainy or stormy day. An excellent place to start is to set aside $1,000 as a buffer between you and unforeseen circumstances. If this number seems way too high, that's okay. Set aside what money you can until you reach this point. Look for more ways to make cuts and save some extra cash if you can. It's going to take time, it's going to be hard work, but it will be worth it. You might be thinking, wait, I'm struggling to make ends meet as it is. Why am I not using this money for something else? It's in the name of long-term gain, my friend. This emergency fund is going to provide peace of mind knowing that you can tackle any surprise bills that may come your way. It will keep you from breaking out the credit cards and will make you less dependent on your upcoming paychecks. And isn't that the ultimate goal? Number 4, step away from the credit cards. It only makes sense that you can't make drastic changes to your spending if you keep racking up debt on your credit cards. Until you are out of debt and have a better handle on your finances, stop swiping those cards. Even if you earn rewards or cash back, the long-term payoff doesn't compare to the financial freedom you could achieve. By halting the credit card spending, you can easily monitor and gain control of your shopping habits. Are you questioning your willpower? Drop your credit cards into a sealed plastic bag of water and put them in the freezer. Bye-bye impulse shopping. Don't forget to delete them from your Amazon account, the digital wallet on your phone, and any other platforms where the number might be stored. If you really need a push to leave your credit cards behind, cut them up and throw the pieces in the trash. Save one card for emergencies, true emergencies only, and hide it somewhere safe, other than your wallet. Number 5, get your debt gone. Debt payments can eat up a massive portion of your paychecks. It's often the one thing holding back most people from achieving their financial goals. Once you've established your emergency fund, your next goal is to pay down your debt aggressively. You need to find a method that works for you in the long run. Just like your budget, you have to stick to your plan for debt repayment for it to be effective. To give yourself a jump start and pay off your debt faster, consider getting another part-time job or starting a side hustle. Use every cent of that income to reduce your debt until it's gone, or at least until it's more manageable to juggle with your other expenses. Another method to pay off your debt is to make a debt snowball. This method has a bit more short-term reward, so it helps keep you motivated. To snowball your debt, make a list of all the debts you owe and what their monthly payments are. Sort them from least expensive to the highest monthly payment. Then focus on the least expensive debt first, the one at the top of the list. Pay any extra cash you have toward that debt each month, even if it's just $20 more each month. When that debt is paid in full, celebrate! Congratulate yourself on a job well done. After your celebration, take the amount you are paying to that first debt and add it to the minimum payment for the next debt on the list. Continue this trend as you plow through your list of debts, and don't forget to celebrate every time you finish paying one off. While this could take a few years, depending on how much debt you owe, you do get to celebrate small victories along the way. You get to feel the satisfaction and relief of shedding the weight of your debts as you go. It's a rewarding method that keeps you focused on achieving those goals. Number 6, save the windfalls. Even if there is very little wiggle room in your lifestyle and budget, committing to living below your means includes when you receive a raise, a bonus, or other monetary gifts. Use that extra cash flow to beef up your retirement account, build your emergency fund even more, or pay down your debt. Even if your company offers bonuses to their employees regularly, don't count on them as part of your fixed income, and definitely don't factor them into your budget. You never know when the tides will change, so treat every bonus as a cherished gift. While you should never rely on the guarantee of a bonus, it is a good idea to have a plan in place for any surprise influx of cash. First and foremost, make sure that all your essential bills are covered and paid in full. Dave Ramsey, the founder of Financial Peace University, calls these necessary expenses the 4 walls. The 4 walls are the top priority when it comes to allocating your income and should be addressed in this order. Number 1, food. Number 2, utilities. Number 3, shelter. Number 4, transportation. Before making any decisions with your bonus or added cash flow, make sure that these 4 walls have been covered. Next, make a list of your most pressing expenses, such as which debts are most crucial to pay off. Use your extra income to make payments toward those expenses or pay them off in full. Having a plan in place will help you spend your money more effectively rather than blowing it on useless stuff. We've come to our 7th and final way how you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. But before we go there, consider subscribing. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. And if you like this content, hit that like button and comment below. What's the 7th way on how to stop living paycheck to paycheck? Don't forget about your future. Finally, it's time to take a breath and think about the future. When you're focused on just getting to the next payday, it's easy to forget about anything beyond that. But now that you have a plan to dig yourself out of the hole, it's time to think about what life will be like later on. Take advantage of any 401k or IRA options through your employer. If they have a matching program, that's even better. Start small, but build up to contributing 3 to 4% of every paycheck to your retirement. If your employer does not offer any retirement investment options, look into opening an IRA or a Roth IRA account to make your own contributions. Last but not least, let yourself dream a little. What are your goals for the future? Do you want to retire a bit early and travel the world? Do you want to take a sabbatical during your work years? Do you want to save up enough to purchase your first house? Whatever your dreams are, they can become a reality. You just have to put in the work and be intentional with your spending today so that you can live your life with peace of financial freedom tomorrow. Thanks for watching Cerebral Life, the channel where you learn more and improve your life. See you next time.